hell, pardon my language, but damn, I can understand why this is a fan favorite now, because this episode's pretty fantastic. I just wish there was a lot more for me to say about it, but it's, again, so simple and straightforward, I can't really say a whole lot. So, yeah, I'll do my best to do this episode justice, but if I can't, I apologize. I tried. What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station, your website search for anything and everything animation, including two superheroes I find on the other side of the world, as well as TV and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to Miraculous March 4. Let's talk about Season 4, Episode 18 of Miraculous Ladybug Season 4, Wishmaker. This episode is a massive fan favorite from what I've been able to gather from my research before watching. And now that I've seen it myself, I can understand why. This is a fantastic episode. Probably one of the best of the season, if I'm being honest. Like, so much of this episode just works. It's really hard to explain why. It just works. So, we'll talk about the big negatives first. Wishmaker himself is stupid. I think having Andre akumatized after he's bashing people is dumb. And I think Wishmaker's design is dumb. That's literally my only problem with the episode, aside from one other thing that we're going to talk about in a minute. But the rest of it is great. It's Luca coming back after a few episodes of absence for whatever reason. We get to see Viperion again. We get to see him fight alongside Ladybug and Cat Noir again. Like, it's just a great episode, man. It's so hard to really talk about. So, the plot is pretty simple. It's about the characters going to a career convention, pretty much. Like, you know how they have, like, career fairs or whatever in real life up here? Yeah. Pretty much something like that, but in Paris, France. And we have the Ice Cream Man talking about his profession and why he quit his job to sell ice cream because it makes him happy. Reason why I even do this, because it's something that makes me happy. So I can relate to that. But then you have Andre, one of the most annoying side characters in the show next to Chloe, just continuously bashing people's careers for absolutely no reason. So then he gets akumatized into Wishmaker, and he makes people's dreams come true. Problem is, by doing so, he makes them all cause chaos all throughout the city. Like I said, pretty simple plot. And then you also have a scene with Marinette and Adrian getting talked to Luca about music and how it relates to life. That scene's amazing. Like, that's one of the best scenes of the season. Okay, I've hyped it up enough. Here's my final thoughts. From what I could gather from my research, this one's a huge fan favorite of Season 4, and now that I've seen it, I completely understand why. This is a superb episode. The plot is excellent, if simple. Seeing Luca again after being absent for so many episodes is wonderful, especially his speech about music connecting people to Marinette and Adrian, which is one of the best scenes of the season. The action is awesome. Finally getting Viperion involved again was long overdue and also awesome. The ending is really cute, and the pacing is perfect. Not to mention having both identities discovered by Shadow Moth, which was genuinely shocking, and had it not been for Second Chance, it would have flipped the entire show upside down. However, this episode has two big flaws. Wishmaker himself, while having a very cool power, is kind of boring as a villain. Not helped by his design being terrible and it being Andre. I've never liked this guy, sorry. And my other big problem with the episode, the writers doing absolutely nothing with the revelation of Luca knowing the identities of both Ladybug and Cat Noir as Marinette and Adrian. Massive missed opportunity. Seriously, if he's there and you give him that revelation, let him make that revelation known to the other freaking characters. Like, come on, it can't be that hard. However, despite those two big problems, it's still clear to see why this one is a fan favorite. With some of the best action and emotional resonance of the season, it is definitely a must-watch. Not perfect, far from it, but still excellent. Final verdict for this episode is a high, well-deserved 9 out of 10. One of the best of the season. I absolutely loved it, and if it weren't for those two big problems, it would be a 10. It's that close. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time for Simple Man.
Excited for what comes up ahead. Patient run.